So like a year ago, I posted a video on what to do if I shoot in on a takedown, person sprawls out, I get stuck here, how do we finish this takedown? I'll post a link to that video right here. But someone recently asked us, what happens if you're in this dude's position and somebody shoots on you and you successfully sprawl and stuff the takedown, but they still got a monster grip around your leg? All right, so let's just say we end up in this position. Now, the biggest thing here is like once you've stuffed the takedown, this is great, but I still have to work from here. And if this guy's really deep on this leg like he is here, like my work is definitely gonna be cut out for me, especially if we're dealing with a bigger guy here, right? So the things that you do not wanna do, I typically am not gonna look to square my hips up and try flattening out this way, because again, I'm giving him an opportunity to circle, or if he is bigger and stronger than me and he really drives forward, there's a chance he actually like picks my legs back up, stretches them out, and then once again, he's gonna finish a takedown. So I really wanna make sure I'm driving the proper hip down, which means that when he's on this leg, that's the same side hip I wanna drop down. If I start trying to switch and drop my other hip, thinking like, okay, I need to elevate this leg, again, I'm loading up that far hip, he's gonna circle, he's gonna look to finish the takedown, and I'm not gonna be in a good position. So I wanna make sure that the moment I do sprawl in this position, if he is deep on this leg, I really wanna make sure that I'm driving this hip down, so I'm opening up my body away from the leg that he's grabbing, and I'm gonna start sliding my hips back a little bit to drive that pressure. Another thing I wanna throw in there is I wanna make sure that my hip bone is right by their head. And I wanna drive that bone in, slide my hips back, and just start creating a lot of pressure. Now this does not mean that this grip is gonna let go, right? But as you can see here, right? He's grabbing on with everything that he's got, and the farther that I stretch this out, like that grip is only gonna be able to hold on for so much longer. If we're talking like a street situation and I stuff this takedown, this is a perfect opportunity for me to start like throwing strikes. The moment I start throwing these strikes, I guarantee you that grip's coming off. I'm gonna post on him, I'm gonna work back up to my feet, right? If we're talking for like sport though, right, can't necessarily hit him unless you're in MMA. As I start doing this, I need to start kind of applying pressure elsewhere. If his head is really tucked down like this, it's hard for me to be able to do crossface, but I can reach, I can grab in front of his forearm, I can start prying up on this elbow a little bit just to start breaking that grip. If his head was up a little bit higher, then yeah, I'm gonna shoot this hand all the way across, get a deep crossface, right? I'm not trying to keep my hand here, I'm gonna be a jerk about it. Drive my forearm across, get behind his shoulder, his tricep. Now as I start driving this leg back and pressuring that arm in, again, I'm putting a lot of pressure on his head. Once I've cleared that hip, now I can square up a little bit more, because now I can drive my hips in. Both my legs are equally far back, so it's difficult for him to hold on or try and reach for them, because even if I clear this leg, my hip is still there. So I wanna make sure I square back up once that grip is broken. And then we start working to get out of that position, right? And again, this is just gonna kind of depend on what your goal is. If for sport and I'm trying to pass this person, once I've stuffed it, I broke the grip, right? Ideally, I'm looking to take the back. So whatever side I'm going to, I need to make sure I block the arms. Now, if his arms are fully extended like this, I can post on the arm and just kind of quickly work myself all the way around. Experienced guys, the moment that grip's broken, they're gonna bring those arms back in, knowing that the moment I start kind of working around, they're gonna stay squared up to me and they're gonna look for that opportunity to shoot again. So I have to make sure that whatever side I go to, I'm trapping that arm. Ideally, if I can get my opposite hand in here to trap it, that's the best option. Otherwise, post here, bring your head to the other side so I still utilize that head pressure, and I'm gonna work myself all the way around. Once we get to this position, I need to make sure that I secure my grips right away, because if I just get here, again, if I'm not holding them down, they're gonna square back up and they're gonna continue chasing you. So establish those grips, get that head pressure, work behind them, start going for your hooks, whatever it is that you're trying to do. If we're talking like a combative perspective, right? Somebody shoots on a takedown on the street, I stuff their takedown, I'm able to kind of break that grip a little bit. I want to work back up to my feet from here. Now when I do this, I'm going to start by posting on their shoulders until I start kind of working back a little bit. Once I can see their head, I know they're going to start trying to work themselves back up. I'm going to post with both my hands on the head. Maybe I'll post on the shoulder. If I can, I'm going to post both hands on the head. I'm going to put all my weight there as I work back to my feet. So as he's trying to fight to get back up, I'm posting on the head here as I work myself back to my feet. Now yes, he might still get up, but I'm in a good position where I can kind of keep him covered, and now I can clear, get the distance. I can draw a firearm or whatever if I need to. I can create some distance. I can get around him so that when he squares up, I can start working into my strikes, whatever the case is. But that's a safe way for me to work back up. So what, again, all the way from the top. You're in a fight, whatever the case is, guy shoots on you, I stuff it, I sprawl, but he still has a good grip on me, right? Get off your knees, drive that hip bone in, shift so that the same side hip is behind him. I'm driving all that pressure down. If his head is up, I can either push the head down or I can look to cross face. If his head is tucked, I can also look to pull up on this arm as I drive that hip through. The moment the grip's broken, square back up. Bring your legs up a little bit so that again, I'm making him carry my weight. If I'm looking to go to the back, stuff that arm, work yourself around, establish whatever grips you need to. If I'm trying to work back up to my feet, post on the head, post on the shoulder, make him carry your full weight. Circle around if I need to. We get that distance and we get back out of it. Go train, stay safe.